Welcome to the 50 sub Q&A video. Now that we've hit 50 subscribers, I'll be answering all of your questions, which there weren't that many of. Anyway, before we get started, be sure to subscribe if you like music. I've been posting some of my music from BandLab onto YouTube for the past couple of months. You can find all of my music on BandLab, and I usually post one of my tracks from there onto YouTube every Friday, so be sure to check some of that out. Also, before we get into the Q&A, due to the short amount of questions, I've also done some questions of my own, because otherwise this video would be pretty short and kind of pointless with so few questions. With that out of the way, let's get into the questions, starting with the comments from these lovely people who, out of the kindness of their hearts, took the time to ask some questions. Thanks, guys. First question, what's your name? The same as my channel name? Kayden? What's your age? I'm 17, Scott. No, actually I'm 19 and unemployed as fuck. Where are you from? I'm actually from Minnesota. I used to live in a small town there until, when I was 6, me and my family moved here to Washington. For a multitude of reasons. Do you have Roblox? And what's your username? I do have Roblox, but I rarely ever play it anymore. At most I play like 1 or 2 games for less than an hour. And if you're wondering why that's the case, then go do a little research on the abundance of controversy surrounding Roblox in recent years. Anyway, again, I hardly play it anymore. But my username is CosmicKnight7 at craftmine9907. What are your fandoms? Mostly indie shows. You know, Has-Been, Helluva, Digital Circus, Gaslight District, Knights of Guinevere, Game Overs. Outside of indie shows, though, I'm also a fan of Adventure Time, Steven Universe, and Regular Show. As for video games, I'm really into Minecraft, Apex Legends, Geometry Dash, Pokemon, more specifically the Mystery Dungeon games, Sonic, FNAF, Poppy Playtime, and Among Us. What's your channel about? Does this answer your question? Why mustard? What? Wait. You mean mustard? Mustard? Anyway, I don't know. But, controversial take, ketchup is better than mustard. I don't really care for mustard that much. Anyway, that's all of the questions that people asked, so now let's move on to mine. Who's your favorite artist? Easily Nate Wants to Battle. He's definitely my #1 favorite, with Legrand as probably a close second or third. I've been a fan of Nate's music since COVID. I discovered him via his cover of Show Yourself by CG5, who I also discovered later on and listen to nowadays. Anyway, after hearing his cover, I later listened to a couple of Nate's Sonic covers, and at that point, I was hooked. He's also part of the reason I got into Sonic, but I'll talk about that another time. Otherwise, we'll be here all day. How did you get into music production? That's a very long story, but to TLDR, I discovered it in 10th grade after having gotten into songwriting, despite not being very good at that. I learned about Crow Music Lab and used that to make a couple of songs I had already written. And around that time, and at the time enemy of mine, after learning that I was making music, told me about a free DAW called BandLab. So I created an account and started learning all of the features and stuff. And I started by remaking the songs I wrote and made in Crow Music Lab. I still haven't released any of those tracks though. They're not really that great anyway. What's a track you made that you're most proud of? Probably one of my recent ones called The Meaning of Life. Some other ones I'm quite proud of are Bad Dreams, Factory Reset, Talk Tick, Voices, Clockwork 1,000,000, and Clockwork -7. What's your favorite color? Oh, you haven't noticed? It's quite obviously purple. That actually explains some of my questionable choices in regards to King Everett and Amias. Speaking of, what is King Everett and Amias? It's actually a story I've been developing for quite a long time, and it consists of at least 10 parts, or volumes, or seasons, or whatever. The story essentially follows King Everett and Amias as they go on adventures, make new friends, and save the world. As of right now, I'm working on Volume 1. It's nowhere near done, but I'm making some progress. The reason it's taking a while is because it wasn't initially meant to be a written story, but more of a musical series, kind of like Has-Been Hotel or Hell of a Boss, sort of. But regardless, I'm writing it this way because there ain't no way I'm gonna be in the budget to make a whole 10-season minimum series in the near future. Anyway, I'll probably go a bit more in-depth about it in a future video. Do you do collabs? I sure do. And for free. At least for now. If you ever want to collab, just hit me up on BandLab or Discord. When is Clockwork Remade coming out? Oh yeah, I should talk about that a bit. A couple of months ago, I actually postponed its initial mid-June release, but recently I've hit a bit of a creative slump with the album, so I'm actually going to put Clockwork Remade on indefinite hiatus for a while until I have some fresh ideas for the last few tracks I still need to remake before releasing the full album. In the meantime, I have something else exciting planned for later this year. And hey, Justin, if you're watching this, I think you'll really enjoy what the grand finale of it entails. I know you've been waiting far too long for it, and I'm sorry I haven't gotten to it sooner, but the wait is almost over. I've just been way too self-conscious for the past few years to ever record my voice for it, but I'm finally getting over that hurdle, so get ready. Do you read any manga or watch any anime? I'm currently reading Mushoku Tensei, specifically the light novels, which was recommended to me by one of my friends, and Witch Hat Atelier, which I've seen Dana Terrace posting about on Blue Sky. I've watched the first 2 seasons of Mushoku Tensei, and I plan to watch the third after I finished reading up to that point in the series. That's what I've decided to do now when I read a manga or light novel and watch the anime. I read it first, and then I watch the anime up to wherever I left off in reading it, which is usually wherever the anime's respective season ends. Because I'm on volume 16 right now, and I'm guessing season 3 ends at the end of volume 18 or 19. So I'll finish reading up to around there before watching season 3. As for Witch Hat Atelier, I'm on volume 3 right now, so I'll finish the first 4 volumes since season 1 apparently covers those 4. I plan to read other mangas and watch their respective animes eventually as well, but right now I'm mainly reading and watching those 2 at the moment. What's your favorite video game soundtrack? Oh, easily Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon. Hands down, best soundtrack, beautiful story. It's one of my favorite games of all time. I'm also checking out a couple of the other Mystery Dungeon games as well to see how good they are compared to Super. Final question. What are your future music plans? Well, I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. Unless I get a real job. And I also have a few albums planned for the future. They obviously aren't done yet, and I have no idea when they will be, because I still need to find some collabs for some of the tracks. But hey, if you're interested in collaborating on a track or 2 for one of the albums, just let me know on BandLab or Discord. Well, that's all of the questions for the Q&A video. Thanks for watching, and thanks once again for helping me reach 50 subs. Right now, we're getting close to 100 subscribers, so help me get there, because I've got another video idea for when we make it to 100 subscribers, and I think you'll enjoy it. Anyways, feel free to drop a like if you enjoyed the video, and be sure to subscribe for more music content in the future.